People do not listen to their body. Listening to your body is one of the things that you need to do the most to be able to see what signs are there and what you need to do, but also to interpret it right because if we don't, we're going to it's going to be very expensive and it's going to end up hurting yourself a lot more. My name's Nick Tabor. I'm a personal trainer. I talk about this stuff because I've lived through it. And you watch these videos to try to help you out with anxiety, depression, and to take your disabilities and lower their impact. That's what I fight for. Now, this one is interesting because this came up in a conversation with one of my clients about how do you listen to your body, when you're in pain, how do you listen to it if you're sick, how do you listen to it, yada, yada, yada. You've got to listen to it there, but you also got to know what's happening. I've had, one of the big benefits of my life was I had a mom growing up who was a nurse. So I was never really one of those children who would freak out going, "Oh, I have this stomach bug. What if I'm dying?" Or, the anxiety in that level was not that good. But I can tell you honestly, I understand why some people would have it because it's so, you suddenly, I'm not saying, this is not a video for hypochondriacs. That's a totally different thing. My mom, my mom was an awesome mom. She's still alive, still doing well, and she's still an excellent mom. Always will be. Matter of fact, she actually made this blanket for us on our, for me and my wife on for Christmas, and you can tell she's also got some good talent. But that's another thing, another day. So, why do you? How do you listen to your body? What do you do? All right. So I can remember when I would get nervous. I had 15 years old. I had a massive internal problem for a number of years, and I had expansion of the upper part of my stomach, and my stomach was highly inflamed, and clothes wouldn't fit that well, and I felt really, really, really awful. But I was, at the point where I just freaked out. I'm like, I have to see a doctor. Something's wrong. Couldn't describe it. The pediatrician thought it was just hormones for a moment, and then he sat and he talked to me, and I had a horrible time with my grandfather dying, and he had really, really, really bad illness. He had cancer, eventually succumbing to emphysema. And it took many years to even say that out loud, as I just did. But we noticed that there were signs ahead of time. It wasn't always there, but it felt like a giant fire, and it felt like somebody was peeling my stomach apart. With pliers, just one by one. Like the esophagus was just very, 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 very large, and it didn't calm down until I acknowledged the fact that my grandfather was gone publicly. And it was Father's Day in the year 2000. I remember that. I'm playing the piano, and I was in this band, and we did this tribute song to my grandfather, and it was only for me. And we did a good melody. I believe my sister and my aunt were watching me play, and they're like, "Wow, that was really a good melody. You did really, really well." And I felt like a faucet turned off, and I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom, and I just felt way better. And I acknowledge, and I still every once in a while have pains in that area, but it's so rare that it's just the signs are there, and we knew the reason why. Why you have that point. So another story too, you might wake up in the morning, currently at the time of recording this, I have not gone to the gym today, and chances are I won't. Matter of fact, I'll probably, out of here, I'll probably go somewhere with my wife and go to dinner for a day, but she's in the other room, so she must have just heard that. But, see? So, so what we would need to do is just if you feel it like, you wake up and you feel really like sinus pressure and you're like, oh man, something's wrong. And, I just step back and say, am I sick? Because, the immediate reaction is, oh my God, I'm sick. I got this thing. And you have that guy cold where you're like, oh no, I got this guy cold. I feel really sick. And, where dudes get the flu and, women just sneeze and they're fine. I'm envious of it because I have guy cold, where I'm just dying. I'm like, I'm dying, I'm dying. No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You're joking, right?
But of course I'm joking.
Okay, because I once had a cold for like a month.
I know. I did it here, but when you feel it, like, I had to step back and I had to look at myself. I'm like, all right, I'm just feeling a little weird. Okay, it was stuffy in the bedroom last night. I felt really weird. Maybe I need to change my pillow sheets or something. All right, I feel good. Maybe it's just a day. I just need to take it easy. Took a little medicine and just went out my day, gave myself an easy rest day, and then I'm fine. I'm like, okay, let's just, videos gotta be made. I'll make the videos and we'll do what we gotta do. So I think one of the common myths when we start with the 3-step process, we're listening to your body. I think one of the big, number one, you've got to eat the right food and you've got to make sure that your diet still stays at a good pace and you're still doing well. You're not eating heavy, but you're eating well. One of the common myths is that if you have a fever, you start, was it starve a fever, feed a cold or whatever, or the opposite. But regardless, no, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. Still eat right. This is why a lot of older people, particularly like my grandparents, always made soup when they felt really cold. They felt they had a cold coming on or something. They ate this big bucket of soup, so that way it had all the veggies. It had some chicken in it, and homemade chicken soup would have been the best way to go because, and also it's hot. It burns off a lot of stuff that might be helps soothe the throat as well. So that may be a benefit. But eat right. Eat better. If you have this pain, you've got to be good to yourself, and you got to feel well. And I feel like my ex-therapist, but you got to be good to yourself, and you got to just take care of you and be good, and do that. It's not that you're going to, you're not dying. Don't listen to anyone else. Just still eat the right foods, eat good foods, and then step 2, for everything you've got to stop and you've got to look at what's going on. Okay, I feel this pain in my chest. All right, what happened? So I have a pain in my chest. Okay, I can breathe well. All right. Oh yeah, that's because I slept and I had something on this rib last night. All right, so it's nothing with my heart. Okay, fine, done. But think it through. Like, let your brain walk through what the issue is. Because the first initial panic, you're like, oh my God, there's a pain right here. There's a pain. What am I going to do? It might just be gassy. You might eat food that was really weird, and you just got to let that settle. All right, my stomach's feeling weird. Oh my God, am I going to feel weird? Am I sick? Am I going to have food poisoning? All right, what happened? Well, lunch was kind of nasty. All right, I'll just go take a Pepto or something. Step number 3 is still just walk through it. Like, if you're feeling weird enough, if you're feeling bad, just let yourself, as I said in step 1, have a day. Have a day. Don't beat yourself up over it, and plan for the following day. One of my buddies, Alex, who runs a place in Toronto called Toronto Dance Salsa. He does this great thing where he goes on Instagram and he gives himself a rating every day for productivity. But, he also is like, okay, I'm sick. And then one of the days he did is like, I gave myself a 7 out of 10 today. I don't think I'm doing very hot. It wasn't good. Wasn't that great of a day. but I think we can do better tomorrow. I'm going to get up a little bit, about an hour later, to knock this cold out of me, and then we'll just go tackle it, see what we can do. That'll be that. And okay, so it's not that you're beating yourself up in the moment, because you might not be able to do so much right then and there, right now, but what you want to do is you want to be able to take care of yourself and say, okay, I didn't do much today. I'm like, okay, for example, like myself, I didn't go to the gym today. Wifey needs to go to the gym too. All right, we're going to go to the gym tomorrow when I get out of work. That'll work. Okay, done. On the way. On the way over. But still going to have plenty of water. I'm still going to have enough to be able to eat, do good things, take care of ourselves, and tomorrow tackle another day. All right? So there we are. Okay, so we want to be able to be good to ourselves, listen to your body. That's how you listen to it, and then that's how you get through it and plan through it. As always, we climb. I will see you in the next video right there.